Okay, so now let's take a look at how to write a user space app, like a very simple app, a Python script that can kind of interact with this driver. So this is from our previous run. Let me go ahead and first, do all the basic stuff. Ls mod. Let me just see if we have LTD. Yes, we do. So sudo rm mod LTD. Modules removed. I want to also clear all the kernel buffer messages. So that's clean. Okay, done. And then let me do make clean. Perfect. All right. So we are in a clean environment now. And what we intend to do is write a user, so to speak, a user app .py file. And this py file is a proxy for an application that wants to go interact with the driver. And so let's kind of define main here. And right now, let's say it returns kind of nothing. And then what we want to do is call this function, right? Okay, so this is, and let me just go ahead and first do like print very quickly, make sure that this is working. So I'll do chmod plus x python. Okay. User space dot py, then this executed. There is, wow, okay, there is syntax error. How can that happen? um Unexpected token. Okay, line number one, unexpected token. What's the problem here? Syntax error. Okay, let me, this is stupid. I cannot even write like a function in Python. Let me just quickly, don't judge me for this. uh yeah, looks all right actually. Hmm, what happened here? Syntax error near unexpected token. Okay. It's a py file. Let me go ahead and try actually executing in Python. Oh, we don't have Python installed. So let's go ahead and install. Okay, we had Python 3 installed and not Python 2. So let me go ahead and call Python 3. Yes, okay, perfect. It prints hello world. So, okay, our app is all right here. Now, what we want to do is we want to open our proc file from here and then kind of read a line out of it and then print that line. So let me quickly go ahead and copy paste the code for it. And the code for it is right here. Okay, let's see what's going on here, right? So what is happening is in this main function, we are saying, hey, open this file slash proc slash pajama driver. And after that, read this, in this variable, perform like a line read, right? So read one line, right? And once you've read one line, go ahead and print that line and close this driver, right? And then just simply return. So this is then the very bare minimum, like a basic user app that can interact with the user, that can interact with the driver. So let's then first go ahead. By the way, if I try and execute it, we should run into an error that there is no file of this nature, which makes sense because the driver is not loaded. So I build the driver. I do sudo insmod ldd.ko. Then I quickly check whether or not, yes, our driver is loaded. And now let me execute this app. And as you see, it prints the message that the kernel driver has returned as part of reading a line from the slash proc slash pajama driver, right? So this then kind of, concludes our journey in terms of writing a bare, like a very bare minimum driver and then having it interact with the user space, right? User space application. And we only kind of, journeyed through using proc read as our example. And now here's the challenge for you. What I would want you to try and implement is we explored the path upwards, which is read. Now, my challenge to you is, can you implement the path downwards, which is right? And the challenge for you then is, can we do this? Can we have an empty buffer, right? An empty buffer in the kernel space as part of our LDD driver, much like how we had the MSG. Let's assume we have a global MSG that is, let's say, 10 characters long and is essentially empty. There's nothing there, that buffer is empty. What I would want you to do is implement the proc write function, so that when the user attempts a write, this function gets called. And as part of that function, take inputs from the user and write them in this buffer, right? And the next time around, when the user performs a read of this nature, read line or cat, then pass back this message. So essentially, can you implement a driver that echoes the writes done by the user every time they perform a read, right? So on so let's say if we were to do something like so, echo hey to slash proc slash, pajama driver, every time we kind of do something like so, let's say, kind of, we write hey into pajama driver, this hey should be stored in the buffer right here, or this buffer right here. And every time someone performs cat slash proc slash pajama driver, then they should see hey printed back. Instead of the ack here, they should see hey. And so that is kind of the challenge for you.